Vishobha Kechera. Namadeva was a great devotee of Lord Panduranga. The Lord himself would appear to him in person and talk to him. Namadeva could not tear himself away from the temple. He loved to be in the presence of the Lord. Once Jnanadeva and some other wise masters made fun of Namadeva for his attachment to the temple. Namadeva felt insulted by their discouraging talk of going to the temple to spend time with his beloved God. When Panduranga himself approved, why should others find fault with him? He thought. He came to his beloved and complained to him with tears in his eyes. Panduranga wiped away his tears and embracing him said sweetly, "Leave them alone. But Namadeva, I want you to do one thing. There is a great jnani called Vishobha Kechera in the village nearby. Go and receive instructions in spirituality from him. This is needed for your progress." Tears started flowing from Namadeva's eyes at just the mention of leaving his Lord. He wept unconsolably, exclaiming, "My God, my beloved, you are my all in all. How can I live away from you?" Panduranga gave Namadeva courage and strength. He patted him on the back and cheered him up, saying, "It's only for a few days. You will be back soon." Namadeva could not refuse to go. Looking back again and again, biting his lips to prevent them from trembling, and uttering words of farewell, he went out of the temple. He left Pandharpur and reached the village indicated by Panduranga on the third day. There he made enquiries about Vishobhakachera. The villagers guided him to the Shiva temple on the outskirts of the village where the sage resided. Namadeva went eagerly to meet the jnani recommended by Panduranga himself. When he reached the temple, he found the doors open but found no one there. He went in and searched but still could find no one. But when he reached the inner shrine, he was shocked to find an old man lying inside with both his feet on the linga. Could be he to seek whom he was sent all the way from Pandharpur by the Lord himself? Anger and irritation struggled within his bosom. He rushed into the shrine and woke up the old man by shaking him roughly by the shoulder. The old man slowly opened his eyes and saw Namadeva. He asked in a low voice, "Son, why do you disturb my sleep?" "Sleep? My foot. Do you know how you are sleeping? Your feet are on the Lord. Remove them immediately." The old man looked at him calmly and said, "Is that so, son? I am an old man and can't get up easily. Please remove my feet and place them where the Lord is not." Namadeva was furious with the old man. In a fit of anger, he caught hold of the old man's feet and flung them in the direction opposite to the linga. The old man did not protest at this rough treatment. His feet were about to touch the ground when lo, a linga sprang up from under the earth, as it were a footrest for the old man's feet. Thus the feet were on a linga again. This was not the original linga, but a new one. But from where did the second one come? Namadeva rubbed his eyes to see whether he was dreaming. No, the second linga was very much there and could not be wished away. He caught hold of the old man's feet again and put them in a third direction. Again, before the feet touched the ground, another linga sprang up exactly as before. Namadeva tried again and again. Wherever he put the feet, a new linga sprang up. The whole place was full of lingas, and there was no place where there was no linga. Now, where could he place the feet? Bewildered, he placed the feet on his own head, because at least no linga could spring up there, or so he thought. The moment the feet touched his head, he was illumined by their holy touch. In a flash, he understood the all pervading nature of the Supreme Self. The sage whose feet purified him was a perfect jnani who saw the Lord everywhere. In utter shame and repentance, he fell at the feet of the old man, who was none other than Vishobhakachera, and begged his pardon. Then he said in a humble tone, "Please give me wisdom. My beloved Lord Panduranga has sent me to you." The sage smiled and said, "Now you know everything. Go back." Namadeva took leave of him respectfully and came back to Pandharpur, feeling the presence of the Lord in everything, from a tiny blade of grass to the mighty mountains. After returning, he stayed at home and did not visit the temple. On the fourth day, when Namadeva still had not gone to the Lord, Panduranga himself came and knocked at the door. My dear Namadeva, please open the door and let me in. I have missed you and I am longing to be with you once more. Namadeva came to the door, but he did not open it. He replied from within, Ah, dear Lord, I know now what a trickster you are. You kept me deluded into thinking that you were only in the temple. Now I know that you are everywhere. I see you in a mighty mountain and in a grain of sand. Indeed, you are in the temple and outside it. Panduranga laughed at his devotee's newfound wisdom and blessed him for all times to come.